We're here at the BDA in Manchester for 2011, and I've just seen one of the best seminars ever, it's got to be said. And of course that was for Bridge2Aid with Mark Topley and Ian Wilson with Chris Barrow emceeing, and I've got Mark Topley from Bridge2Aid now. Mark, what do you do for Bridge2Aid?
My role is Chief Executive, so I lead the team both here in the UK and in Tanzania. Live in Tanzania myself with my wife and family, and just make sure everything happens.
There was such a big, important gathering at the seminar today. It's got to be said, it was really packed out. A lot of people were really interested. But if I were a dentist, what's the next step for me? How do I go about volunteering my services?
Well, the first thing you need to do is get onto our website, bridge2aid.org. And there we've got all the information that you will need. There's movie clips that you can watch, and then there's actually an online application procedure that you can go through and fill in all your details. That goes off to Ruth, our visits administrator, and then she'll be in touch to arrange an interview, and then hopefully very shortly after that out to Tanzania.
And tell me about once the dentist or the principal is out in Tanzania. First of all, it's not just dentists you're after, is it?
No, absolutely. The crucial part of our team is the nursing team. They keep the clinical area clean. They keep it moving. There's a lot of instruments that need to be sterilised, and they also train the clinical officers in the sterilisation procedures that they need, which is very important in developing countries with 40% HIV prevalence typically in the rural areas. So they're a fundamental part of the team, and it's a single tier team. There's no real hierarchy between the dentists and the nurses. They're very much a team together.
And what's the advantage for a dental team to leave their practice? And it's for 2 weeks, right?
That's right, yeah, 2 weeks door to door.
And what's the advantage of a dental team leaving their practice for 2 weeks? What do they get out of it?
I think chatting to the people that have been out to work with us, one principal says that he could spend £10,000 on team building activities and not achieve anything like the result. I think you put people into a different environment. They're exposed to new things that can bring a bit of adversity, which tests people, but then they bond much more strongly as a team together. And I think it broadens people's horizons, it broadens their perspective. I think people come back with a much clearer idea about where they fit in the world, that they have a sense of value, that they can make a positive contribution. And actually the teams that have been out who have sent several members of their team, there's a real strength to that in the practice. I think the other thing is that the patients comment very positively on the practice's involvement. A lot of practices, particularly through our Unity partnership that sponsors the training of a clinical officer, have that very clear link between their practice in the UK and something which is going on in a developing country. And that really helps to build a positive environment and a positive relationship with patients as well.